Hello, my name is METİN Arıdaşır. This is 324th part of explanation of my theory. According to my theory and my formulas, physicists, physics has no formula to predict highest ionization energy and binding energy of innermost electron of an atom. One. According to my theory, electrons in a multi-electron atom are not identical, and the smallest electron is the main determining factor in the formation of a specific spectrum of a multi-electron atom like this. Here, left side mine, right side data, NIST data, 10th last smallest electrons wavelength is 0.9099 nanometer. Okay, neon spectral lines, main determinative factor. This 9th electron greater than smallest 1.0, etc. Okay. For instance, Schrödinger equation cannot predict these results. By the way, just snapshot. These are ionization energies of elements data page from Wikipedia here. Okay. There is a new formula hidden here that physics is not aware of. According to my theory, electrons in a multi-electron atom are not identical, and the smallest electron is the determining factor in the formation of a specific spectrum. Smallest electron corresponds highest ionization energy. For instance, for helium, 54.41 electron volts represents smallest one. For instance, oxygen, 8th ionization energy, 871.41 eV represents what? Smallest electron motion forms smallest wavelength. Okay, wavelength. Yes. Since I found the radius wavelength of the smallest electron from the highest ionization energy, things were going well until the 30th atom, zinc. I have not been able to find the highest ionization energy of any atom since the 19th atom in any data source. This is copper. 29th atom in any data source. Since the 29th atom, okay, I have not been able to find the highest ionization energy of any atom since the 29th atom in any data source. Stop. Okay, zinc, etc., nothing. Approximately 100 atoms, okay, since 29th there is no last ionization energy. Here, last ionization energy, highest ionization energy of copper is that. Okay. And when I listen to me carefully, please, when I look more carefully at the highest ionization, okay, okay, like this. when I look more carefully at the highest ionization energies of all atoms from 1 to 29. Okay. Yes, like this. I found my formula. That predicts the highest ionization energy and innermost electron binding energy values of all atoms. Includes these. Okay, we can say binding, innermost electrons binding energy also. Formula. This is so important. Yes, I found my formula that predicts the highest ionization energy and innermost electron binding energy values of all atoms. Okay, there is a new formula hidden here that physics is not aware of. Physicists are not aware of that. Okay, and this is experimental verification of my theory and my formulas. Okay. If your eyes are open, if your mind is open. Okay. In an atom in equilibrium, there are no electrons, protons or neutrons that are not connected to each other's angular motion axis by a common cyclic motion state always at first cycle. Okay. Proton, this is sodium. This is my sodium atom model. Here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Protons, proton chain. Each proton connect with only one electron. Upside, downside, okay? And there is no action at a distance. There is no gravitational force. There is no electric force between electron motion forms and protons. Connecting, touching, making joint motion. There is no Einstein. There is no limit of speed of light because each one's, whatever their wavelengths, larger or smaller, each electron motion form surrounds a proton chain has the same tangential speed that 6.28 times greater than the speed of light. There is no Einstein theory. There is no confined mind. There is no confined speed. 6.28 times greater than the speed of light. Connection, joint motion connections, okay? Yes, in an atom, in equilibrium, there are no electrons, protons, or neutrons that are not connected to each other's angular motion axis by a common cyclic motion state, always at first cycle. There is no action at a distance between them. There are no gravitational forces or electrical attractive repulsive forces between them, no shielding effects also. If the proton-bound electrons in an atom are in balance and unexcited, regardless of their radius, wavelength, each continues its cyclic spherical ring-shaped motion with the same tangential speed. This speed is 6.28 times greater than the speed of light, unless the adiabatic environment changes and a new proton is added to the proton chain of the atom, or unless consecutive waves of free electrons affect electrons bound in an atom continue their cyclic motion without changing their radii and energy. Okay? Yes. Yes. Yes. Each new proton added to the first proton reduces the radius of the first proton-bound electron, which has a common cyclical motion bond with the first proton, by the square of the number of protons. Okay? This is first atom, hydrogen. When you add a proton to hydrogen, okay, proton number squared, proton number 2 multiplied by 2, 4, multiplied by 21 point, yes, 87 point, okay, 156 joules, or 54.41. Okay. Third, multiplied by lithium, 3 protons. Put the formula that I put forth, 3 squared multiplied by 21.70 kilogram meter squared per second, and convert electron load, you find what? You find this. And you can apply for each last ionization energies, multiplied by squared number of proton, multiplied by 21.78. Okay, 10 to the minus 19 joules, you will find, and convert EV, you will find these. You will predict these last ionization energies. Okay. Then, when we predict ionization energies, for instance, molybdenum, etc., highest ionization energy represents smallest electron motion forms wavelength, like this. When we apply, we can find easily smallest electron motion forms wavelength. Then we can compute to predict specific spectral lines of a multielectron. This is the snapshot. I will go on next. Yes. Have a good evening. See you later.